Alright, so Star Wars Rebels has come to an end, and the Oscar winners and losers have been determined, and we are here to talk about that, along with some other big news stories. This is the Apocaflix Movie Show, episode number 7. We skipped a week last week, but we're here to bring you guys the good stuff. I am Jacob Bartley, your host. I'm joined by Brian Avellino to my right, and Keith Barnes to my left. We finally got somebody else other than Keith on the show. What's going on, Brian?
Nothing. Just ready to talk about all the stuff we've got going today.
I know. There's a bunch of stuff to talk about, a few Star Wars-related topics. And we usually open up this show lately with stuff we've been watching lately. And one thing we all have been watching is Star Wars Rebels, the series finale, the season finale of Season 4. We just been talking about it this whole time before we even turned on the mics. We're itching to talk about it. You can go check out Jake and Brian's reviews on the website or on the YouTube channel. They did the Padawan podcast where they talked about it. They did a review on it. But Keith and I are here to give our thoughts along with Brian to join the discussion. So, Keith, I have no idea what you thought of the series finale. So, give us your thoughts, man.
Oh, it's pretty good. Good ending. First, I'm glad that everybody didn't die, like everybody's been saying.
Everybody kept saying everyone's going to die.
Everyone's going to die.
There's no way. There's no way.
Well, and the further we got along in these last, I guess maybe 3 episodes, because the first part of it was they had the half-hour one and then the full-hour one. But I started getting that sense the more we got through it. Although they were trying to tease us, like I thought Zeb was going to die at certain points.
Jake and I made a bet that that's who it was.
They made it look like it, and I sat there with the kids going, "All right, guys, say goodbye to Zeb."
Yeah,
and they were like, "No," and then he got through it. So, boy, it's. I love the way. Okay, let me go back. I'm just gonna come in and say I didn't like the space whales. Didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't mind that. I remember that episode.
Jake and I literally watched it because they were doing like 36-hour marathon. And we're like, oh my god, the day before the stupid space whales.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Space whales were
once I heard him say, send out this message on frequency 0,
you knew
I thought in the back of my head, it's like, what if it's those space whales? And then they all show up, and I'm like, oh.
The ginormous ones?
Boo! That's exactly what I did when I saw it. No.
That hard, huh?
Yeah, wow. I wasn't feeling that too much, but it's fine. Like,
fair enough.
It's okay. Look, you had something to wipe out all those Star Destroyers. Why not gigantic
whales?
Hyperdrive flying space whales. So
fair enough.
But other than that, everything was great. I love the way it picks up. I guess maybe 5 years later or so, when you see the older Sabine.
The original trilogy is done by then.
By then, it's over. Yeah, because she talked about in her voiceover, Hera fought in the Battle of Endor and Rex.
Battle of Endor. That's so awesome, dude.
What I really loved was Agent Callus and Zeb.
That was great.
That's
awesome.
That
was great.
Because I started Rebels in Season 2. And that one episode when they were trapped in that cave together, and they were basically my enemies up until that point. Yeah. And it was one of my favorite episodes in the whole series. I loved
Callus
that.
always felt terrible for thinking that he killed that race.
And I loved his arc throughout, the way he turned and the way he joined the good guys.
I believe David Oyelowo
was his voice.
That character. That's awesome.
And it's great. So I loved seeing that. So we could get a book or comic about that. I'd love to read
that. That would be dope comic.
Yeah.
Them two.
It would.
That would be. Actually, never even thought about that. Would be dope.
And one quick thing, not to veer off too far, but if you remember that episode when they went back to Zeb's home planet, they went through a wormhole to get there.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? That's interesting.
Yeah, because that's why it was all weird looking when they went through it.
So we've seen kind of the weird kind of space time
sort of thing in Star Wars.
Yeah. So. I would like to see them revisit that, but overall, I loved it. I loved all these characters. I'm glad that Ahsoka's back. Looking on got the little
she looked great when she showed up.
Jake lost his
awesome.
mind.
She looked a little bit older.
She did. She should.
Yeah,
she should.
So
because that's after the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
So
who knows what she's been doing all this time.
I thought about it at the time, but I didn't realize this. That means Ahsoka was alive during the original trilogy.
Having to lay low like Obi-Wan.
Whenever Yoda was saying there's only one. But here's my thing. People argue that that's what Yoda said, so they take that. That's all the truth. Yoda didn't know everything, okay?
Okay, but here's the thing. I literally just read an article about this. Now we're going into Rebels like crazy. He said there's only one Jedi. Ahsoka's not a Jedi.
Yeah,
she left. She never completed her trials.
Yeah.
Wow, who were the other ones that there was 4 of them that people have been saying
that were still around
that should supposedly
that weren't considered Jedis.
Disproved it, but Ahsoka never finished her trials, so you can't say she's a Jedi.
Yeah, but she's still a Force user that trained to be.
So
a
is
Jedi.
Broom Boy. Yeah. I mean, he's a Force user.
She has a lightsaber too, so I don't know. It's an argument to be had, but either way, I love the series finale.
Yeah.
For the most part, I loved Rebels. I had a few disappointments here and there throughout the seasons, but as a whole, like if I were to give it a overall rating, I would give it like an 8.5. That would be my rating.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
Just to give a gauge on how I felt about the whole series as a whole. But I actually didn't mind the Space Whales because they did kind of come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Literally.
But they played a big role. And I thought it was really cool the way Ezra and Thrawn just exited out of the picture because you're wondering where were they? It makes sense that all the other crew members were maybe around during the original trilogy and part of the rebellion. We just didn't see them, but it wouldn't make sense that we didn't see Ezra and we didn't see Thrawn. So they did it perfectly to where them two were just out of the picture this whole time. And Dave Filoni has came out and said that they survived.
They're alive. Yeah.
And I'm just scientifically, or whatever you want to call it, when it happened, there's no way they can survive hyperspace with the windows
broken.
Yeah.
That's what first thing I thought.
We don't know. Maybe the Space Whales provide a shield around it.
Who knows?
With their little lights coming out of their backs. Yeah. Who knows? But overall, I did love the series finale. The next day, like I need time for things to sink in, and the next day on my way to work, I just started like getting the feels because I was like, "Wow, Rebels is over!" And, like that was great.
I'm like itching for more, and it's done.
And
I know
the thing is, not anytime soon. We are definitely going to see some of those characters again.
Yes.
Oh, we have
they
to.
Did not. That was basically a after credit scene in a way, like an extended after credit scene. And they were like, "By the way, these characters aren't done. We're going to see them
they
again."
They end it with Sabine and Ahsoka going, "All right, let's go find Ezra."
Yeah.
So like,
we're going to see
they're
that
looking
again,
for him, so.
or just something after that with them together. Even if we don't see the journey, we're going to see them again somewhere somehow. I just thought it was.
What if that's Favreau's live action?
That would be insane. That would be.
Jake would lose his mind.
That would be too good to be true. But who knows, man?
Who knows?
I love that.
How ironic is it they announce it right after the series?
Yes, exactly.
Maybe it's connected.
Because they didn't just, they this is months in the works that they
absolutely.
Favreau,
Well, and they knew the ending of Rebels for probably a year.
Yeah.
And then they've probably been working with Favreau.
So I think there's something
breaking news. No,
yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, it's safe to say we all loved it. We're big Star Wars fans. Keith had some problems. I didn't love everything. I don't love that little creature that was giving them Thrawn's little minion.
Yeah, right.
I don't know his name.
That was Warwick Davis voiced that.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I don't really like that character. I honestly think Ezra could have killed him in like 2 seconds. I really do. And I don't see him giving trouble. Yeah. I did like how Zeb finally took him out, though. Yeah. That was pretty sweet, because that character deserved to go out that way. So any last thoughts on Rebels? Brian, you probably talked it off a lot in the reviews.
I could go on forever, but it did not disappoint in the slightest, to me at least. I'm looking forward to seeing them probably in future stuff.
Yeah, and there's so much we didn't even talk about. The guards, the red guards.
Right.
I was going crazy.
For a half second, I thought they were Praetorian guards. I flipped out.
And Jake was very similar.
Yeah, Jake was like, no, they're the Emperor Red Guards prototype before, and I was like, oh, that makes more sense.
But it's almost the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's before. All right, so another big thing that happened recently was the Oscars. I know Keith and I hung out and watched the Oscars. Brian, did you get a chance to watch the Oscars? Or at least check out the winners
saw
and losers?
who won and stuff for the most part, but other than that, I wasn't too interested in it this year, to be completely honest. So, I mean, that was me. I felt like I didn't see a lot of the movies.
That's what I was about to ask you.
Even though I did.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like, I don't know, I didn't feel as connected to it this year as I have in the past. So I was just
do you think it's because you kind of knew a lot of who was going to win?
Yeah,
that's a lot.
It was very pretty predictable.
It was pretty much like, oh, yeah, I was right about that one. Oh, was right about that one.
I think Best Picture was the least unpredictable one because I didn't know who was going to win.
That to me seemed more like a coin toss.
Yeah,
for the most part. I mean, there was definitely heavy favorites. I was obviously pulling for Lady Bird, but that was like a freaking...
I was going to ask, do you have any disappointments in the Oscars?
That is why that did not win anything.
Something.
I know.
It needed to win something.
Best director.
That's the one I think she should have won. I truly think...
I'm not mad Jordan Peele won for Get Out, but...
No, see, that's...
I love that.
Lady Bird's a better movie, though.
That's the thing. If she was going to lose to anyone, it was going to be Jordan Peele and Get Out.
I'm glad Get Out got something.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew it was going to win one of its awards.
That's the only... It's like a teeter-totter with that. I'm like, exactly, okay, it's fair enough.
Yeah, for me, I'm disappointed Lady Bird didn't get some type of love. I'm disappointed Logan didn't win Best Adapted Screenplay.
I think everyone is.
Because even though I love Logan so much, I honestly believe it was good enough to win that category.
100%.
And it would have given comic book movies such a spotlight in award season. I thought that would have been great. And I'm not sure, now that I think about it, Shape of Water might be the best movie out of the ones that I watched.
Yeah.
I think I watched 7 out of, I believe there was 9 nominated.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I've seen 7 of them. I didn't see Call Me By Your Name or Darkest Hour.
I saw Call Me By Your Name.
So, out of the ones that I have seen...
And Darkest Hour.
I honestly, if I were to give the award away, I probably would have given it to The Post. I think The Post was probably the best movie.
I'm not a slow movie person. And that was too slow for me. That and Darkest Hour, which I know you loved.
I love.
See, I didn't see Darkest Hour, but
Call Me By Your Name was not.
Did you see it?
I watched it. It was not a best
picture worthy.
It was good. It was a good movie.
Performance is good.
Did 100%.
Deserve his nomination?
100%. It deserved to be there. There's no chance it should.
Winning Best Picture.
Yeah, it should.
But I'm honestly not too mad Shape of Water won. It's a really great movie.
I gotta watch that.
It's like Jake said. That movie was made to win that movie.
Right.
And that award, excuse me. And that's 100% true. 100%.
And there was no way Del Toro was not going to win Best Director. For me, it was Nolan. Christopher Nolan was a guy I would have given Best Director to. Just seeing what the feat he pulled off in making Dunkirk, which was my favorite movie of last year, I think. Other than Logan. Let me just
excuse me. Get Out won Best Original Screenplay. That was the one that...
that's it. You're right.
Comparing Lady Bird and Get Out. So I just realized Guillermo del Toro won Best Director.
Yes.
Jordan Peele won Best Original Screenplay, which is great. That screenplay is amazing.
Yeah. 100%. That's what
we were talking about. We just got the category wrong.
That's all.
That's all.
So, but no, I completely agree with you. I'm kind of glad Dunkirk didn't win anything because that movie to me was so boring.
Me too. I agree with you.
Visually,
so much.
it was.
Thank you, Brian.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, visually.
All right, I'm leaving.
I agree with you.
Literally,
keep this out.
It was awesome to watch, but I felt like I was watching the most not pointless, but we never found out any characters' names. We never Yes, you did. Come on. You need to build some type of connection to it. I felt like we literally got placed in the middle of a movie, and that was it.
All right. Okay.
We were just watching events happen.
Yes!
Pretty much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can see that. But
it wasn't a story.
You saw Darkest Hour, right?
Yeah.
Having seen that, you see how important...
That bored me just as much as Dunkirk.
Fine.
At least our tastes are diverse.
God. That's
Keith,
true.
did you have any disappointments or something that surprised you at the Oscars?
Surprises, no. But like I said, I was really kind of hoping Nolan would win Best Director. Just because, like I said, if you... Listen. Get the Blu-ray. All right. Watch the special features. Watch the making of that movie. He actually went to Dunkirk to shoot that movie. All those extras are real guys. Those planes were real. Just the stuff on how he shot the dogfighting scenes
piece
were
of cinema.
It's all
it's
real.
An accomplishment.
100%. Yeah.
It's an accomplishment. I think he deserved to be nominated for Best Director, but for me, my personal taste, I just didn't think it was that great. I don't think it deserved Best Picture.
Not Best Picture, but I'm talking about Nolan just directing.
Yes,
directing.
The feat he pulled off in directing. I think he did the best directing job.
100%. It was directed fantastically. The movie, visually...
Well, I think Lady Bird was directed well as well.
Yeah, visually, that movie was phenomenal. I loved just looking around, because we saw it on IMAX.
It's beautiful, yeah.
So it was awesome to look that way.
You saw it on IMAX?
Yeah. Ooh. But storyline, I was just
yeah.
He could have done a little bit better, in my opinion.
You guys are wrong.
So,
all right, well, let's talk about some news topics that came up recently and something that just dropped, and that is another Star Wars topic, that Jon Favreau is going to be working on a new Star Wars live-action series. Now, I know this is a TV-related topic, technically, and we are a movie channel, but we do cover all things Star Wars canon because it all ties into the movies. That's our little loophole for being able to...
And we're not going to not
review,
talk about
exactly,
Star Wars.
Review books. And we just talked about Star Wars Rebels. Come on. So, a lot of people have been wondering, with Disney's new streaming service, are they going to put a live-action Star Wars series on here? And the answer is yes, according to Kathleen Kennedy. They announced this. We don't know what it's going to be. We don't know where it's going to be set. All we know is that Jon Favreau is working on it and that it's going to be on the streaming service. What do you guys think about this? This is awesome, honestly.
I'm stoked. Give it to me now. I need it. I need it in my life.
They've been recording it for the past year. It's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been...
That'd be great.
This, to me, has been a long time coming. I'm shocked it's taken this long to get a Star Wars TV show. And they're genius because that's what's going to draw people to the Disney service. Yeah. And, I mean, Jon Favreau, what else do you... I mean, his track record shows he knows what he's doing. Maybe it's Sabine and Ahsoka's story?
Yes, that's what it is.
It is.
I mean...
That's it.
How amazing would that be? I mean, we would finally get to see Ahsoka live action. But, who knows? I'm excited. That's to say the least.
Should we get Ashley Eckstein as Ahsoka?
I'm not sure. I think that would be really cool. I wouldn't be mad at all.
Because I remember there was
the voice.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. Can she physically do the role? I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never seen her in live action, so I don't know.
Yeah, me either. Because I remember a story maybe last year that somebody wanted Rosario Dawson. She looked into it and was like, "Oh yeah,
she's going to be in makeup."
Yeah,
she's going to be.
I remember Jake was all for that.
Yeah,
when they said that,
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I guess actually the character is going to be older. I was going to say I want somebody younger, but the character is going to be older.
Yeah.
The character's going to be older.
We're talking
so
about this like we know.
Like I know, like they announced Jon Favreau's working on the Ahsoka and Sabine story now.
It'll be
it could
like
be anything.
Absolutely,
as long as it's not Jar Jar Binks, we're fine.
Oh god.
Hey, they might make a series in one of the Aftermath books. There's a little chapter where they show Jar Jar Binks. He's like a clown now, and he has a partner. That's the series.
Like a street performer.
Jar Jar Binks, the street performer. There it is. This couldn't be in better hands, honestly. This guy, he directed Iron Man. Ever since, since Iron Man, I mean, has he ever made a bad movie? I don't know. A lot of people love that movie Chef that he made.
I love
Never
Chef.
saw
That's
that.
Great.
I heard it was amazing.
You gotta watch that.
The Jungle Book showed that he can handle the biggest production value possible. And I'm thinking that he pushed the boundaries of technology with the Jungle Book in movies.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he might push the boundaries of technology with television in this show. Because look at something like Game of Thrones, the production budget. It's going to be on that type of level.
Or Star Wars. Something like that. Yeah.
It's Star Wars and it's Disney. They aren't worried. This streaming service is going to make that money 10 times back, even more.
I mean, we've got Game of Thrones writers.
Exactly, working on Star Wars.
How do we know? How do we know that those... Can you imagine Game of Thrones writers with Jon Favreau directing?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're at least giving him some pointers. At least.
100%. It would be insane.
And is he doing The Lion King right now?
He is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's locked in it.
Dude, Disney's got him locked in key. That guy's doesn't have to worry about a paycheck for the rest of his life.
He's great. Yeah. I love just seeing him like in Spider-Man Homecoming. He's
hilarious. He's funny. He's perfect.
Yeah. He really is. All right, so something that popped up earlier today. I just watched this trailer today, the Christopher Robin trailer. I kind of forgot this movie was coming out, and I saw it, and I subscribed to a trailer YouTube channel that I get the updates every time they come up, and I saw Christopher Robin. I'm like, didn't they just come out with the Christopher Robin movie? But that was the Domhnall Gleeson one.
Yeah.
Domhnall Gleeson. I've heard how his name's pronounced. But this one is the Disney... Yeah, we'll just call him Hux. This is the Disney version of Christopher Robin, starring Ewan McGregor. I love Ewan McGregor. Obi-Wan. We just call people by their Star Wars names from now on.
Haley Atwell.
Agent Carter.
I wasn't a huge... Agent Carter, there we go. It continues. I wasn't a huge Winnie the Pooh fan as a kid. I was aware of it, and and it's a huge IP. That's why they make these movies. I think it's cool. It's not much. It's a teaser trailer. But it's so weird to me. Look, the Pooh voice sounds great because it's the original guy, but it looks like a stuffed teddy bear. Do you guys like the look?
He is a stuffed teddy bear.
Do you guys like the look
Pooh.
of Pooh? Is he?
Yeah, he's a stuffed teddy bear. Do you know any of the history of Winnie the Pooh?
Not really.
I don't either, but he's it's
pretty much.
He's a stuffed
He's
Pooh
a toy.
bear. He's a stuffed toy.
Okay.
He's a toy.
And his world is Christopher Robin's imagination.
Okay.
That's why he's not. Like,
no, now I changed my mind. Now it doesn't look dumb because if that's the context of the original source material, then now I know. Wasn't it a novel or something? It's based on a true story, right?
Novel. It's an old novel from like maybe the early 19th or late 19th century, something like that, written by A.A. Milne, and his the author's son named Christopher Robin, and his little teddy bear. And
that's.
Although,
are we going to see Tigger in this movie?
Yeah, you see everyone.
Probably, yeah.
I wrote an article about it when they first announced this movie on the website, and I completely forgot about it.
Okay.
And now
knowing that he actually is a stuffed teddy bear,
yeah,
I'm in.
It's completely, so far, every single thing that I remember writing about has shown up on the screen. The cast, it's more or less that when I wrote it, it's more or less like his bosses kind of just hurting him family-wise, which you kind of see in the trailer, and then all of a sudden Winnie the Pooh shows up and is trying to get him back to his childish imagination and all that.
Wow.
Kind of like Hook. That's the sense I got. If you guys,
I haven't seen Hook,
saw Hook.
but
okay.
I know enough about it.
You guys were probably not born when they came
No.
out. But it's kind of like that.
I watched it when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it recently. But I'm in. I'm actually looking forward to it. Yeah. I'm really curious how are the other characters going to play into it.
Yeah.
And what is the plot? Is he just going and hanging out with them again, or is there a point? Like, is there a point that he's getting to?
Is Pooh going to float away on a balloon like he did in the original series? No, I don't know. He gets stuck in a...
I do think it's smart to name it Christopher Robin and not Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
Winnie the Pooh sounds terrible. Yeah. If you didn't know what Winnie the Pooh was, you just heard that name, it would sound terrible.
If you give me Ewan McGregor...
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
He's one of my favorites.
I'm going to go see it. So, I mean, that had to be there.
He doesn't work enough, man.
He does it, but it's okay, because he's going to start being Obi-Wan, and he's just going to cram these movies out. Exactly. So, who knows?
Isn't he on the Fargo TV series still?
Yeah.
No?
I haven't watched it, but I know.
But really compared to a lot of actors, he's not in a movie every year. Not even close. Not even close. So, we'll see. So, one thing that I loved earlier this week was the Avengers Infinity War posters from Entertainment Weekly. I believe there's, I don't know how many there are. There's a ton
at least
of them.
12, I think.
I think there might even be more than that. Most of them are two characters on the cover together. A lot of characters have their own cover. Like Thanos has his own. I believe Doctor Strange has his own. Black Panther has his own. Spider-Man has his own, of course.
Iron Man, of course.
Iron Man with the wings. What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Jake made a point to me to tell me everyone has their own except for Hawkeye and Ant-Man. If you go look at it. Everyone's on some.
Oh, you mean the characters? Okay,
yeah, character-wise.
That is weird. I mean, it makes sense because of the hype of Black Panther right now to put Shuri and then what's Okoye? Is that her name? The guard, Okoye. Yeah. It makes sense because of the hype of Black Panther, but the Ant-Man and Hawkeye are more staples in the MCU than they are.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. So I'm wondering how limited their roles are. Is Hawkeye going to die in the first 5 minutes of the movie? Like, he's got
to turn into Ronin.
I think you might be right about that. I don't think Ant-Man's going to be in this movie at all.
I think he has to be a little bit in the technology aspect. Hank Pym, something.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? Because Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out like 2 months after this movie comes out.
Yeah.
So it's weird to think, but I could have sworn the cast list from a long time ago had Paul Rudd on it. When they showed footage at the Disney Expo, what is it, D23?
Yeah.
The most previous one, a bunch of people saw footage that they still haven't shown to the public. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Ant-Man was in that footage.
Okay.
It's on his IMDb, Avengers Infinity War, post-production.
I think he's in it. I don't think he's going to be
not a lot.
Probably not. Yeah.
Not a lot.
Okay.
So
these other people... All right, the one that stands out to me is the Shuri one. I honestly didn't know she was in this movie until I saw this cover.
Me either.
And until I saw some other images that came out this week, with her talking to Bruce Banner, by the way, they're facing each other. They must be talking about some type of...
Who knows? Who knows? At this point, who freaking knows?
I'm just so glad because I love that character. I just rewatched Black Panther on Tuesday, and I'm so glad she's in it. But all these posters are great. The background's great with the space and the colors.
Yeah.
And it's funny you see these characters together, but most of these characters that are on the covers together are probably not even going to interact. Like, I doubt Shuri and Vision are going to interact.
Yeah, they are, because Vision's in Wakanda.
Is he?
Yeah, in the trailer. Remember they're walking through.
Yeah, he's there, isn't he? Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That last shot. Yeah.
I'm just not sure. Like, are Star-Lord and Okoye going to interact? I don't know.
Probably
Maybe.
Not. You never know. I mean, we don't. Who knows with the Guardians?
I don't know if they're going to come to Earth. The Guardians, I'm not sure about that.
Oh, they might be doing the aerial battle.
It might be the space stuff with Thor.
I feel like they have to. Because
we didn't see Thor on Earth either. I don't know.
Star-Lord's story is that he left Earth so long ago. I feel like he's going to have...
Come back.
This is what's going to finally draw him back. Maybe not in this first movie.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
By the end. You know in the trailer when Thor's holding something together, right. Where is that? Is that on Earth?
I think it's that ship. I think it's that ship we saw at the end of... spoiler alert. Spoilers for Thor Ragnarok. At the end of Thor Ragnarok, I think he's... Because that ship's going to get attacked and... Well, by Thanos.
Do any of these posters stand out to you guys?
I'm happy to see... So we got the one here with... I'm showing you guys War Machine and Drax. I'm glad to see Rhodey. Back.
You're like the only person.
Back up and
he's cool. He has something on his leg.
Yeah, it looks like I'm glad
some type of technology.
He's suiting back up.
I'm sure Wakanda could fix him in 2 seconds.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's in Wakanda.
She fixed. Shuri fixed Agent Ross. So,
And she.
Any
questions regarding somebody's health if they're injured? Wakanda.
Yeah, Wakanda's going to take care of it.
What about the Iron Man wings?
Hate it. I hate those wings, but it makes sense because he's not going to be able to hold... I mean, he's going to need both hands. And he's not going to be able to use both hands to hold flight and his feet. He's got too much going on, so those wings, I think, are going to hold him up.
I think it's cool because it's something different, but it doesn't look great.
It looks like Iron Spider...
It does.
Went wrong. Like, it literally looks like... He's got these 2 giant things coming out of his back. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but from the pictures and all this stuff, it looks a little...
It looks like the Wasp. It looks like the Wasp.
Yes! It looks like the prototype for Wasp. Yeah. So maybe that's the connection. Who knows?
Dude, all the costumes look great.
They look great. Fantastic. Bucky's got a new arm, a new blue arm.
I wasn't sure how I felt about the Iron Spider armor. This is what this is in the trailer, but in this cover, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks so
it really does.
Good.
Yeah.
I was afraid he was going to be too much Iron Man, Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't.
It's just armor, pretty much.
It doesn't look like that at all.
Because he needs for this fight. He needs.
Yeah, if he would have showed up in some little Lycra type doohickey like against Thanos, we probably would have laughed.
A spear, someone's gonna spear you right through him.
Like, it's not. He wouldn't last. Especially if he gets punched in the face.
Do we like Cap's new arm thingies?
I hate that.
Here.
I think they expand.
That's what Jake thinks too.
Oh,
they expand.
Okay,
I'm guessing, and they're definitely vibranium for sure.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, Black Panther says someone get this man.
Get this man a shield.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but I guarantee you they're going to expand upward and downward.
Maybe.
To be large. Because what is that going to block? Honestly.
Yeah.
Do you notice Cap's star's not there?
Yep. Yeah. It's kind of
blacked out a little bit. It's like if you just ripped it off.
Yeah.
The white chest star.
Do you guys think somebody like Shuri is going to get involved in the action in this movie?
Action?
She's not with them when they're all running in Wakanda.
No, she's got her little blasters here on her arm.
I know, but that might just be marketing wise because everybody from
maybe if they invade her,
if they're attacking her lab,
I
could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
I didn't think she was going to get involved in Black Panther. So
I'm curious if Thanos goes for vibranium at all. I don't think he will. I truly believe the stone is somewhere in Wakanda.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they're guarding Wakanda.
Yeah, there's a reason why there's so many Avengers there.
Yeah.
There's a reason there's a full-on war there. That all signs point to there's a stone there. I'm curious.
He wants vibranium. Is that storyline strong enough?
I mean, that's my only thing.
Possible, but it's literally the same thing Ultron did.
Yeah,
so I can't imagine they do that again with Thanos. So you think it'd be something bigger that he'd be going after?
Yeah, I mean, all signs point to the stone.
It's gotta be
somewhere. Maybe
even weird. And Jacob
even if they don't know, they can maybe figure out. Oh shoot!
What if the stone is the thing that crashed into Earth?
That's what we talked about. That. Yeah.
And everything that happened created vibranium. You know what I mean?
That's what. Yeah.
So
that's
he's
what
just going to rip the stone out of Wakanda and destroy, which might destroy Earth in itself.
That would be pretty freaking badass if he's
able
to just pull through
it came
from
space.
Metal.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
I think
just figured it out.
Yeah, but most of these look great. So this is old news. This is from about a week and a half ago, but I did want to talk about that. Is that Kristen Wiig is being rumored to be playing Cheetah in Wonder Woman 2. Now, let me ask you, Brian, are you saying boo because of Kristen Wiig, or are you saying boo because your negative thoughts on the DCEU?
No, boo because of Kristen Wiig.
You like her?
No,
funny.
She's garbage for Cheetah. It needs to be Charlize Theron.
That would have been amazing.
It would have drawn my ass so quick into a seat if
especially because Patty Jenkins and Charlize Theron's relationship.
Yeah, because of those two. Yeah. And can you imagine Charlize Theron going against Gal Gadot? It would be bad.
And especially
ass.
We know she can do action.
Oh, it would be amazing.
I want that.
That's my first choice.
I want that.
I got chills just thinking about those two fighting against each other.
She would kill it.
She would murder it.
She's definitely playing Cheetah, like they said that, right?
No. It's she's in talks.
Heavily rumored.
And apparently Patty Jenkins has wanted Kristen Wiig from the beginning.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Cheetah. So it's not 100% confirmed, though.
Yeah.
And apparently Emma Stone, before this, Stone turned it down.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, look, I hear you.
Yeah, right?
I trust Patty Jenkins, though.
That's the thing.
I trust her.
I trust her.
So we've seen comedic people pull this kind of stuff off. Ant-Man.
Paul
Rudd. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, Paul Rudd, and I love Paul Rudd, but as Ant-Man, that's weird. How are they going to make that
work? If he's going to play any superhero, Ant-Man works.
You're right.
But at the same time, you're like, can I take him seriously in a superhero role? And it worked out great.
So maybe we'll see. I hear you. I like the Charlize thing. That would have been good.
She's a villain. She's going to have to be menacing. But at the same time,
she's a little nuts.
We don't know what Cheetah they're going for.
Right.
If it's the Cheetah where it's one of her best friends, a lady who becomes her best friend, Barbara Ann Minerva, I believe is the character's name. I read a lot of Wonder Woman recently. I read all the rebirths from like 1 to 30, and they go, Cheetah's all in there.
Yeah.
So I want to see Cheetah. It sounds like a stupid villain, and when you look at her, it's like a Cheetah woman is going to fight Wonder Woman. But it's a cool character because there's a lot of mythology.
During like what? The Cold War?
There's a lot of mythology to it, but
that'd be kind of cool.
I don't hate the idea of Kristen Wiig. I would have rather had Emma Stone. I would have much rather had Charlize Theron. Like that's my first choice.
I would pass Emma Stone, pass Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, even if Charlize Theron wasn't one of them, I still don't like either Emma Stone or.
Okay.
If I see Kristen Wiig, I immediately think Bridesmaids.
I know what you mean.
And like that, like she's just kind of always that like awkward
I know.
Girl.
Her body language and
Cheetah to me is like. I think of like how she was portrayed in the Injustice video game, where she's just this like sly, almost like a Catwoman type thing.
Right,
and I do not see Kristen
muscular
Wiig.
And
yes, and she's almost like this like
the long whippy
seductive kind of woman. Kristen Wiig is not that.
It can go horribly bad, but I do trust Patty Jenkins. Let's say hypothetically somebody else was directing this movie, and then we heard this, that would be bad.
Oh yeah,
but we got to keep hope with Patty Jenkins in the driver's seat for sure. All right, so let's wrap up today's show talking about something very awesome. I know Keith's excited to talk about this. I'm definitely excited to talk about this. It is a little bit of an older news story, but I could not let this slip us by, and that is that Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio have been confirmed for Quentin Tarantino's new movie titled Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And this is kind of how Tarantino describes this movie. It's a story that takes place in Los Angeles in 1969 at the height of hippie Hollywood. The two lead characters are Rick Dalton, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, former star of a Western TV series, and his longtime stunt double, Cliff Booth, played by Brad Pitt. Both are struggling to make it in a Hollywood they don't recognize anymore, but Rick has a very famous next-door neighbor, Sharon Tate. Now, I'm not too familiar with the Manson murders and Sharon Tate. I don't know much about that stuff, but just the fact that Tarantino is directing Pitt and DiCaprio, two of my favorite actors of all time.
And you know there's going to be more people.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Tom Cruise was rumored. Margot Robbie might play Sharon Tate. We know Sam Jackson's going to be in there. That's a given.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence is one of the people in talk. So
yeah, and the thing is, like, we've seen Tarantino work with both of these actors before, and it worked out great.
Yep.
So, Keith, I know you're dying to talk about this, man.
When does this come out? Tomorrow?
I know, I wish, right?
Yeah, let's go. Well, come on, let's get it.
I'm assuming 2019.
That's how they said August of 2019.
Because it's not a high special effects movie.
No,
or anything
yeah,
like
it's supposed to start.
So that makes sense. That would make sense.
They say it's going to start shooting this summer. So, yeah, man, this is going to be great. I think we were trying to figure out if these guys were actual guys or if they're just fictional guys.
I tried looking up the names like IMDb of this person, but I don't know if they are.
I think they're probably fictional. It's similar to what we got in Inglourious Basterds, where those guys weren't real. But I love that story. And some of that is some stuff we wish would have happened.
I have a feeling it'll be set in a real time.
Yeah,
with
fictional people.
That might be good.
That's what I think.
Then he can do whatever he wants with these characters and make up their own.
Because it's going to be set in the Tarantino universe where it's all
exactly everything's hyper realized.
Exactly,
and stuff like that. Yeah.
So I cannot wait. I mean, Brad Pitt and DiCaprio,
them two on screen together,
saying Tarantino lines.
Oh my! I mean, this is not hard to call, but I'm calling it right now. Nomination, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, right there.
Absolutely. He's going to get nominated for screenplay like he always does. I think he's won twice. I think he won for Pulp Fiction and Inglourious Basterds. But he never wins Best Director.
I believe he won for Hateful Eight.
This has got to be...
Original screenplay for Hateful Eight. No, excuse me.
Maybe.
The Django Unchained.
Django. That's what I meant.
It was for Django.
I said Inglourious Basterds.
He did not win for Hateful Eight.
No.
It was Django.
And it wasn't Inglourious Basterds. Yeah, it was Django Unchained. You're right.
I love Inglourious Basterds. I think Inglourious Basterds is my favorite Tarantino movie.
That's my number 2.
We can do a whole.
We're gonna do that.
We're gonna do that for sure.
But yeah, man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see this. I'm curious about how much of a. Because the Manson murder is going to be a backdrop, as we keep hearing. I'm curious just how he's going to weave that in with these two guys that are roommates, and Sharon Tate's their neighbor.
He's going to do something crazy, dude.
And they're going to just be like, hey, where's Sharon today? Like, what happened to her? Where'd she go? And I don't know if they're going to go investigating it or who knows. It could be anything.
It could literally be absolutely anything.
Yeah, it's going to be funny, and it's going to be crazy. And as long as it doesn't end with an insane shootout with people's heads exploding.
Dying.
Yeah, because that's the last two. Hateful Eight was great for about 3/4 of it, and then just the last 30 minutes was just madness of everyone shooting each other and heads exploding, and a little too over the top for me. And Django Unchained did the same thing. So I'd like to see this one
toned down a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Not,
that's his style, though.
But yeah.
Brian, do you like this news? How big of a Tarantino fan are you? I don't think we've ever talked about Tarantino.
I'm hit and miss. I haven't seen a lot of his movies, to be completely honest.
Okay.
Inglourious Basterds I've seen, Pulp Fiction I've seen, Hateful Eight I've seen.
Have you seen Django?
Django I've seen. Oh. So, I mean, I've seen a handful.
Kill
Which ones do
Kill
you
Bill
like?
I have not seen.
Oh.
I know. People give me shit for that one all the time. I mean, Inglourious Basterds to me is phenomenal.
Well, I'm a history fanatic, so the way he did that with real history.
I mean, Pulp Fiction to me was
crazy.
It was okay. It was just.
I think at the time Pulp Fiction came out.
Oh, I'm sure it was fantastic at the time. For me, I was just like, okay. But you just put. I don't care who's directing it. If you put Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt in the same movie, and you know he's going to pull other people, it's going to be nuts.
The thing is, they could be in a movie together where their characters don't interact or act at all. They are going to be side by side the whole movie.
Right.
Yeah.
They're lead actor and stuntman or stunt double, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they're roommates in the movie. That's crazy. I can't wait to see that.
It's going to be freaking awesome.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up this week's show for the Apocaflix movie show. Thank you, Brian, for joining us, man.
Problem.
That's awesome. And as always, thank you, Keith. I am Jacob Bartley, the host of this show. You can find us on this YouTube channel, Apocaflix Movies. You can also find us on iTunes. We put our main shows and stuff on there. And also subscribe to Apocaflix Movies on YouTube if you like anything that has to do with movies. We cover most of it, but if you especially like Star Wars and comic book movies and Tarantino films, apparently.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate the help. And
tell your friends.
Yeah, exactly. Share, subscribe, all that. And let us know in the comment section if you agree with us, some of the topics that we talked about today. How did you feel about Star Wars Rebels? How do you feel about the Avengers Infinity War posters? How do you feel about the new Tarantino movie? Let us know. Thanks again for listening. Till next time, take care.